If you use Supabase Auth, then you need to know how to use client auth. I'm going to show you exactly why that is and exactly how it's done. Let's do it. So I've already set up a Supabase project. You want to know how to do that? Watch this video right here. So I'm going to come into this project and I'm going to come over here to authentication and I'm going to manually add a user. Once I do that, I come over here, I click log in, and then type in my email and password, and you can see we're now logged in. I click sign out, sign out. So if we come over here to our layout file, you can see that I have this header right here. And so in all of these routes, there's going to be the header at the top of the screen. So if we come over here to about, we've got the header. We come over here to FAQs, we got the header. So the header is everywhere in the app. If we go into the header component, we can see this is a server component and this is fetching the user. And so right here we have this get user function, which I go over in the previous video. Except the only difference between this and the video is that right here, I'm also fetching user data from the database. So in most real world apps, you're not just going to use the authentication part. So we come over here, we've got authentication, and you can see that we've got all of our users right here. But also what you're going to want to do is create a users table. And this is where you're going to store all the information on the user. So that's what this function get user does. It gets the user from Supabase Auth. And then what I do is I fetch the user from the users table. In this video though, I'm just going to have this fake data right here. But in a real app, you would actually fetch this user data from the database. And this function right here, you can see that I combine the auth user with the DB user to create this right here, which is user. And I've just created this type right here, which is the user from this library right here. And then the DB user, which is the type of the users table. And so this function get user can only be run on the server. So we come over here to header, we see we have the get user function. We're getting the user. If we're logged in, it says the username. If we're not, it says not logged in. So right now we're not logged in. And so it shows the login button. So let's log back in real quick. And we can see now we have the user. So it has the username. And now this says sign out. So everything seems to be working perfectly fine. Here's the problem. If we say pnpm build or npm run build, and we wait for this to run, we can see the problem. So right here, these are all of our routes, and all of our routes have this little F right here, which we can see right here means dynamic. And what this means is that every time someone tries to go to this route, the server has to render the HTML and then send it to the client. If we have a page that is just an about page and that information is always the same, we don't need to have the server render it every single time. We can have it render once on a build, and then every time we visit that route, it just immediately sends it without having to re-render. But because this header component has this code right here, now every single route that has the header component becomes a dynamic route. Because this right here, this get user, this can be different every single time. And the HTML depends on this right here. So every single page that has the header has to be dynamic. We don't want that. The about page we know is going to be the same every time. So we want this to be a static route. A static route is better because it'll be faster and it will do better for SEO. So your page will rank higher on Google. So this is where client auth comes into play. So if I get rid of this function and I just say const user equals null, and just to get rid of this error, we'll just say this is of type any, and then get rid of this. Now, if we do pnpm build or npm run build, we can see now that these routes that were dynamic are now static, which is what we want. This route right here, feed, though, we want this to be dynamic because if you come over here, so you see on this route, we would like fetch some data. So to show a user their feed that is different every single day. So this route right here, we need this to be dynamic. That's completely fine. But our other routes like the about page, this is just static information. We want this to be a static route. So now the question is, how do we get this user without using this server function? So what we're going to do, we're going to come into this Supabase folder. We're going to come in this auth folder. We're going to create a new file called client.ts. And what we can do is come to this server file. We can copy all of this and paste it in here. And then we're going to make a few changes. So right here, this create Supabase client from server, we're going to import this from client. And I've already wrote this right here. And you can get this code from the docs. And I also explained this in the previous video. So this right here, get auth, this is all we need for now. This get user, we can get rid of. And we can also get rid of this type right here. So let's head back over to the header. And in order to set this up, we're going to use some state. So we're going to say use state, and we're going to say user, and we're going to set this equal to null to start. And we're going to say this is of type user, which is the user type we made earlier, or null. And then we can come down here, we can say const auth equals get auth, and we import this from Supabase Auth client because this is a client component. Also, yes, we need to go to the top. We need to say use client. We can also remove this right here. And this does not need these brackets right here, these braces. This just returns it like that. And then we come down here and we say auth dot on auth state change. We can use this copilot code right here. And what we can do is say const session user equals session user. And then we can say const should update equals session user dot updated underscore at doesn't equal user dot updated at. And I'll explain what this does in just a second. So then right here we say if should update, we're going to say if there is a session user, we're going to say const user, which is of type user, is going to equal await fetch, and then we have to create this route. We're going to say API slash get user, and then we're going to say dot then, and we're going to say res. We're going to say res dot JSON, and so now we have this user, which we're going to fetch from this route right here, which we have to create in 1 second. So then below this, we can say set user to user. And then also, if there's not a session user, we can set user to null. And so the reason I have this should update right here is because if we don't do this, this goes into an infinite loop. And so what I have found is using the updated at, because if the user is not logged in, then this is going to be null, which is then not going to equal the new value of the new user. So if you go from not logged in to logged in, this value is going to go from null to whatever the time it was last updated at. And then also, if you're logged in but you want to update the user, then this is going to change and it's going to then refetch the user, which is exactly what we would want. So that's why I decided to do it this way. And so now we just need to create this API endpoint. So we come over here to app and we're going to create a new file. We're going to say API slash get dash user slash route.ts. And now we're going to use the server code that we were using in the server header component. So we're going to say import get user from Supabase Auth. And then we're going to say export async function get, and then we're just simply going to say const user equals await get user, and this is the same exact function from that previous header component. And then we're just going to return a response JSON of the user. And so now this code should work correctly. So we need to restart this because when you build, it messes it up. So we're going to restart this server. We're going to refresh this, and then we're going to log in. And you can see it says we're logged in, we sign out, everything updates and is working perfectly. And now if we come over here, we say pm build, now we can see that all of these routes are static, which is exactly what we want. And we can still use the user in the header. And one more thing to make this even better, this code right here, we don't want to see this every time. So we're going to create a custom hook so that we're basically going to remove all of this. And we're just going to simply say, const user equals use get user. And now anytime we want the user in a client component, we just have to use this code right here. So if we come over here to auth client, and then we can say export function use get user, pass in all this code that we already wrote, and then return the user, import this type right here, import use state. And now this is going to work exactly the same. We just have to come back over here, import this. We can now get rid of all of these imports. And now this is going to work exactly the same. The reason I use at the beginning of this is because all hooks typically start with use. You don't need to, but it's a good practice. And if you're deploying to Vercel, there's an ESLint rule that makes it so it fails to deploy if you have a hook that doesn't start with the word use. And so now we have this custom hook right here that we can use in any of our client components. And if we test it, we can see that it works perfectly well. So now throughout our app, anytime we're in a client component and we need the user, we just run this code right here. If we're in a server component and need the user, just use this code right here from Supabase Auth server. And now we can get the user anywhere in our entire app easily. So there it is. You learned something? Subscribe. You want to learn some more? Watch this video right here. See you next time.